Hey, we're working on our family birthday party. I cook for everyone for the birthday, and I ask them what they want, and that's what I cook. So my son-in-law wants spicy shrimp and chicken gumbo, is what he said. So I'm using andoline sausage too. So I am working on my gumbo. I've only made it once before, so this is trial or error, but I've read to go ahead and make the roux the night before and get the basic part made, and then put it in the fridge after it's made, and then finish it tomorrow with the shrimp and stuff, because that's how you get all your flavors. I was going to try the crock pot, but that would just make it all mushy. That won't really give you more flavor. So here we go. We'll see how this turns out. We're going to start off making our roux, and we're going to come over here to the Dutch oven. Okay, I'm going to turn it on high. We want to get it really hot, and so we're going to put the same amount of flour and oil, which you could use vegetable oil or butter, and I'm going to try the butter because I just think the butter would be more flavorful. So I'm going to wait and let this get hot. The secret with the roux, when you make it, you want to get it to a reddish brown, peanut buttery looking color, and you have to be really careful with it because you don't want to burn it. If you burn it, you just have to dump it out and start over. So there's a trick to it. Let's hope I can do it. And get this butter. This is a stick is a half a cup. We're going to go ahead and melt it. Get it all melted in there, and then I'm going to add the flour to it. So then basically we're just going to keep working it to the consistency color we want, and then we're going to be adding vegetables to it. I'm going to save the shrimp till tomorrow at the very last 15 to 20 minutes because shrimp that's cooked too long is not good. So it's rubbery, so we'll wait till then. So here we go. I'm going to turn it down a tad. I'm afraid of burning it. I'm going to go ahead and add the flour in and just keep melting and just keep working it. You see right now, of course, it's yellow. The butter's not even all melted yet. And all you Cajuns out there that make this all the time, you can tell me if I was supposed to let the butter melt all the way before I put the flour in. This is what gives it the flavor, the right texture and color of the roux. The darker the roux, the better the flavor you get. And some people don't like a real dark color, and some people do. Some parts of Louisiana don't put the shrimp in it. Some of it, the Creole is the one that has all the seafood in it. Some don't put the chicken in it. We're going to put it all in it. We're going to say we're from all parts of Louisiana. It's bubbling. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to burn. The secret's just to keep moving it so it won't burn. And you'll know if you burn it because it'll have a smell to it. And if you have a wooden spoon, after that, use that. I've got a spatula. I turned it down a little more again just because I want to play it safe. You can start seeing a color change a little bit. It's starting to get reddish brown, that peanut butter looking color. You can tell. It's just now starting out, it's getting deeper. So I'm going to add my vegetables to this. I would say that's ready. It took about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm still kind of giving it a little bit more because the darker it gets, the more flavor it has. You can stop at any point that you are comfortable with, but supposedly the darker it gets, the more flavor you're getting. It's pretty thick. Okay, I'm going to add my vegetables. See the color of it? And you could go darker, but you just keep stirring it and make sure and keep moving it so that you don't burn it. But I'm going to call that ready. Now I'm going to put all my vegetables in it, which is an onion, 2 bell peppers chopped up, and celery. And I'm going to keep stirring it up till I'm just going to soften my vegetables. This is just my base, basically. I'm going to go back to my other spatula because it's sticking on the bottom. Because it is flour. And we're only doing this for about 5 to 8 minutes, just till the vegetables are tender. And again, you just want to keep moving it because you don't want it to stick to the bottom and you don't want it to burn. Okay, I'm going to add the sausage to it. I've got those all cut up over here. I'm just going to go stick them in it. Some fell to the ground. That makes the dog happy. And I didn't mention I'm putting chicken in it, and I went ahead and did the chicken in the Instapot for about less than 15 minutes, so that it can, then I'm going to shred it to put it in it. And so basically I'm gonna put that in here tonight. I'm going to put everything but the shrimp, but the seafood. Get it all, everything ready in it except for the seafood. Now we're going to let this brown a little bit. Doesn't take much for that. I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic in with all of that so we can get the flavors, the fragrant flavors. We're going to, once that starts getting start smelling the garlic, then I'm going to add the chicken broth to it. See, can you see this sitting overnight gaining more flavors this way? It should be really good tomorrow. I'm still letting the garlic gain its flavor. Okay, I'm going to add 3 bay leaves to it, and the bay leaves I'm going to add whole because you just take those out before you eat it. Ooh, I can smell the garlic now. So we're going to add a can of, you could add a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, or you can add stewed tomatoes. And then we're adding 4 cups of chicken broth. And you could use, if you have seafood broth, you could do that too. I don't see that in the stores. Now, whoops, I'm going to turn this back up. And we're going to stir it because we don't want the roux. The way the roux was putting in the vegetables, that keeps it from getting lumpy. So now that'll make all this thicker. And we're going to add all our Cajun seasonings now. I'm going to add my Cajun seasoning and a little thyme. And I'm going to add pepper. I'm not adding a lot of thyme because I don't think it really called for it. I've got a packet of cayenne, and I'm not going to add a lot because the Cajun seasoning is spicy in itself. I'll add a little more because my son-in-law did say he wanted spicy shrimp. So there you go. And I have this 6 peppers, and it's not really all spicy because it's bell peppers and everything too. And it's good, so I'm going to add that. And then we want to add a little gumbo file, and that's like really like sassafras, and which is what they all put in all their. That's what it's in all the Cajun meals. It's like a teaspoon. And we're gonna keep stirring it. We still have the chicken and the shrimp to add to this. I'm just going, right now, I'm just letting this simmer and cook together. And, you know, like I said, to get the flavors. I'm going to go ahead and heat up some okra to put in there, too. Put a little bit of okra just because I like okra in my gumbo. I'm Southern. I'm going to cut it open. I don't have, it is winter time, so I don't have fresh okra. So I bought frozen, which is just killing me to use frozen, but it's what I have. And I'm going to go ahead and put some in here. And I'm just kind of feeling it by what I think it needs. That may be enough because I don't know if everybody is going to love the okra in it. I am. Okay. And already added all that. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little more water with this chicken stock because we have a lot of people to feed, and I think I'm going to need more juice than I have. So we're just going to let it simmer. Tomorrow when I add the rest of it, I'm going to add the chicken tonight, but before I add the rest of it, and I may just wait till tomorrow, and I might add more chicken stock to make it, so I have enough of the juice part of it. So I cooked the chicken thighs in the Instant Pot for about 12 minutes with a little water on the bottom, and I seasoned them. So I'm just kind of chunking them up, and you can use breast or thighs. You get a little more flavor with the dark meat with the thighs, but you can use whatever your preference is. And so I'm just breaking this up, and then I'm going to add it to the gumbo. And I put Cajun seasoning on this. Everything has a little seasoning on it so that you'll get the spice. And I did taste the juice, and it does have some kick to it. This should be good. And it just breaks up. I mean, you can either, shred it. You can shred it here. But it just breaks up really easy. I kind of wanted it chunky, not just shredded, so I'm doing it. I'm going to put this all in the bowl to move it over to the stew. And honestly, I was kind of leery of making this because I always heard it's hard, but I think it's the roux that's the hardest part, and you just have to stay with it, and it's really not hard. The rest of it's easy, for sure. It's just your normal, like, stew. So I'm going to add the chicken to this now. And we're just going to let it cook for a little while. We're just going to let it simmer here. It's looking really good. And it's got a little thickness to it, just the right amount of thickness. So, I'll get back with you tomorrow. This is going to go in the fridge, and we'll get back with you tomorrow when we finish it up, and you'll get to see the rest of it, and maybe you'll see the family when they all get here. Okay, we got home from church, and I started back on, I put this back on the stove to heat up, and now everybody's getting ready to come over, so 15 to 20 minutes before they came over, I had already deveined 2 pounds, 1.5 to 2 pounds of shrimp. I deveined it and had it all ready, and then put it in the last 15 to 20 minutes because you don't want it to cook too much long. And you just cook till it's opaque. See that you can see it in there. So it's all ready to go, and we added more spices to it. We tasted the roux and added more spice to it because we wanted a little more heat to it, and it does have a kick to it now. But there you go. This is what it looks like. That's the finished product, and it is good. It's the roux. I added more chicken stock to it because we have more people eating. If it's just 6 people, I would just make it exactly like how I'm going to send it to you, and the base will be a little bit thicker than mine is, but it is good, and it's very good. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll love this one. Talk to you soon. Bye.